So this is a video to just talk about running Mixxx, which is a DJing software on older hardware. I've just had to swap from this really old laptop to this slightly newer one. That one is a lot better. This one just about managed to run it, but there are a few tweaks which you needed to do in order for it to run nicely. So for those of you not familiar with Linux, there's like an underlying sort of engine which runs Linux, and then you get to choose what they call a desktop environment. So this is Ubuntu, which runs on like something, I don't really know the terminology, but like a Wayland desktop engine, something like that. Which is a kind of moderately resource-heavy desktop environment. It uses animations and that sort of thing, which, unlike Windows, they're not overly configurable. So, for example, it's quite hard to turn off animations and that sort of thing, as far as I can see, because I tried to do that. So this computer here, which is a ThinkPad Yoga i5 second generation, so it's got a pretty good processor in it, and that runs Mixxx, absolutely sweet as a nut. Analyzes tracks in like under 2 seconds, and it's pretty good. Now this one here, I had a problem with the keyboard, which is why I switched on to this one, but this one is a ThinkPad X390, and it's really on the line of what you could possibly use. Anything less powerful than this, so this has got an i3 processor, moved some RAM from another one we had, like identical to this, which also had a problem with the keyboard, to make it up to about 8 gigabytes of RAM. It just about managed to run it. There were a couple of things I had to do. So I was running Linux on there, originally with Ubuntu, and that was fine for general use. It ran it fine. But when I started to try use Mixxx with it, the music was like skipping or missing bits, which was not good. So what I tried to do was lighten this up in terms of resource use. So I uninstalled Ubuntu desktop, and I installed Lubuntu desktop, Ubuntu with an L on the front, and that helped a bit. And then I also installed what they call a low latency kernel, which is something which prioritizes smoothness of operation over sort of jerky performance. I think in a nutshell that's what it does, sort of thing. It's meant to be a good option if you're doing anything which involves audio processing or video processing, to avoid like skips or interruptions in your sound. So anyway, so this one did work. I didn't have too much faith in it, to be honest with you, because I felt like it was right on the borderline. But you can run Mixxx on an archaic, pretty low spec laptop. It's worth noting that some of these were issued as Chromebooks, and they have very kind of limited processing capabilities. I've also replaced these ones. They've got solid state drives in. The original ones had hard disk drives. So it's been upgraded a bit, doubled the RAM and a solid state disk. But it just about ran okay. And certainly if you just wanted to learn and you had something like this lying around, which you wanted to use for Mixxx, which was kind of like where I was with it, then it's absolutely fine. And although I can definitely see the benefits of running it on a more powerful laptop, if that's all I had and the keyboard hadn't been broken, then I would have been using this at the weekend when I do a set for a party we're having. So yeah, so you know, I wouldn't just try it on anything really that's sort of under 10 years old and see if it works, because there's a good chance it will. There's a few things you can do within Mixxx to help you along, and I'll see if I can show you through now on the screen. So if you go to options at the top here, and you go to preferences like this, and then you go to and then as soon as you go into sound hardware, this first window, you'll see there's a few options that you can go for. So on that one, I was running to try and lighten the load on the that other laptop as much as possible. I was running it on mono for this option. I thought maybe that might help it. This one here has got 3 options. I was running it on sound touch because apparently that's faster. And this one here, the audio buffer, you can increase that. I read that on a forum somewhere. It goes up to 90 something. So put that all the way up. Sample rate, you can also put that all the way up as well. I did have a fiddle around with these, but that didn't seem to help. But the main ones are max that one out, max that one out, switch that one to faster, maybe put it on mono. I don't know. That's really scratching around there, isn't it? But yeah, so that seemed to just about enable me to scrape through and use it on that old laptop. So I wouldn't be put off if you've got an old one lying around and you want to have a go, because for example you've only got desktop computers otherwise or something, then why not? And yeah, well, either way, have fun and have a go with it. It's a really good bit of software, and I've really enjoyed learning about the process. It's also sort of helped me appreciate the composition of dance music a bit more and learn about things, you know, like harmonics and the bars in the music and how many beats and counting the beats and that sort of stuff. So it's been a really good learning experience. And so in that, keeping that frame of mind, even if you're doing it on a crap laptop and it's a bit glitchy, if you're just learning, then you know it's a good thing. So yeah, in summary, anything under about 10 years old, which is reasonably well built, should run it. And just make sure to run Linux and you know, choose a lightweight desktop environment and change those options we just saw within Mixxx itself to lighten the load as much as possible. But there you go. Have fun. Cheerio. Bye.